Well, hello my friends, now Furtado and Fatima, and we are back to fix the damn mess I made with the epoxy. Now, looking at the tabletop, on what I have done and what I was attempting to do, it's not going to work. There's no way for me to get this epoxy out and go all the way down to the bottom where your holes are. As you can see, these holes I've already been cleaning it up, but it goes all the way down to the base of the table and they are all over the place. This has been sanded. My hopes was that these were a little bit closer to surface. I could sand it deep enough to eliminate this and do one more pour of epoxy, but that's not going to work. So we just went to the local lumberyard hardware store and picked up a 1/4 inch Luan after thinking about what we were going to do. I could make a brand new tabletop, but this is already a tabletop. So we're going to cut this, apply it to this table in full, but not before I cut this design. Instead of the triangle here with the boat, I'm going to make an oval for this area and then work on the boat. And this area I'll paint it solid, so it will be this as a background without seeing the sea and any of this. That will be buried when all said and done, and I'll just build up new on the top of. Stick around and watch the process as much as I'm willing to film, because I can't be filming and working at the same time. So I'll do my best. That's gonna take off the line. I don't want to take off the line. That's where it would have been close if I kept going. Well, a couple of hours of work, and of course it was too awkward on the boat, small area, for us to record little cuts. But what I've done up to now is I've recut a border and slapped it right on the top of the other one that was here. So it's double-edged and it's flush with the bottom. Now the Luan fits right inside here. just like so. So this one will be glued in, but not before I paint the bottom of the table over here solid and cut this oval out so I can put my logo in the center over here again. Okay, gonna attempt to this. I put the smallest, the thinnest blade that I have and the smallest teeth, not to get much blowout. Tape the bottom of this to minimize this scarfing up. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the oval out and then work with a smaller piece over here as far as the detail of the boat. Far away, Fatima. I'm gonna cut this and keep rotating the wood. So, and the boat will be laid out in here. This will be painted up solid. Okay, I'll fill up these voids that are still here, paint an ocean scene on it, and then everything is built up on the top of this. So all of this will never be seen again. I did like that boat.
I knew that was coming.
You know, sometimes it's not knowing how to do everything, it's knowing how to solve the problem. And in this case, we're definitely solving the problem here. So to make this little corner over here, because the blade is still a little tight and I don't want to gouge up into this, I'm going to make a little hole here, so I can get the blade in. Wherever I feel like I can overcut here and make the turn, so that's not a problem. It's the tight corners that I might have a problem. I'll drill it and then follow up through there. And let's see. As far as the windows, I mean, literally I could cut out the windows so it gives me a better effect. I could drill out these and look through, and that might be what I do with these rather than color them up in pencil to dark. Cannot use Sharpie if I'm going to epoxy over the top, because the epoxy will smear the Sharpie line. So we'll see on that. I'd love to get the trampolines cut out, but that's that hull that you see over there, so I can't cut that through and still get the effect. So the trampolines will be just colored in as you see, or shaded, and you're not going to be able to see through, because anything you would see through you would see is the back hull anyway. So I'll just focus on this, drill a hole here, like I said, and keep the hull in one piece. And let's see. See? Straight line.
Yep. Okay, so now we looking good.
Finalize the dark areas, the windows, and all that stuff with the pencil line, I guess. And that's it. Well, good morning again. We're back at the table. As some of you know that follow me on Facebook, you know that I've been doing a lot of changes to this boat. So I'm going to show above some pictures of the phases that it's gone through. Not the actual work because I did not film it as usual. But we're about to pour the epoxy, which just came in. So we're going to start where we left off the last time, which was a total disaster. Hopefully this time will not be a total disaster.
Same number.
One take you on for this ride of hardener to 1 part of epoxy. Pour her into a slightly larger container, even though I could use a larger container than this, but this is what I got at hand. So they recommended that you stir it for minimum of 2 minutes. Could use a drill and a stirrer. Today I'm using just clear. Tomorrow I'm expecting some pigments to maybe add to this. Now I know that my top is all chiseled away because on the other boats that I had on here, I literally used a multi-tool and power multi-tool, and I scraped up the everything that was here, the epoxy that was messed up. So I did a lot bringing it back down to this. So it left a lot of gouges. My thinking is that those gouges will not be seen once I pour the epoxy on it.
Did you make full cups?
Yep.
2 full cups fit in here?
Up to the one of the last marks.
The 240 cc's?
Yeah. So we're pouring an overflow coat, and we got an edging of tape coming up higher than the tabletop, so it creates a little bit of an edge. I'm not going to worry about the this little faceboard until later. I want to see at what point I can start peeling off this tape. I know that technically they do it while it's still tacky, where it's still able to run over, but I don't want to make the mess that it makes. I mean, literally, it keeps on
Yeah,
dripping.
they do that in a workshop now.
Yeah, it keeps on dripping forever. So I will let it stay till it's just a bit tacky, maybe, and see what I can do. Maybe hand rub some on the outside. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this face.
All right. Do you see any
Dimples.
But now it looks pretty good. Right in the middle over there, I think that's an empty spot. You see it?
No.
Right in the middle, right there.
right here?
Yep.
'Cause I see
On the
it-
edge,
I-
Fatima.
Over here?
Yep, right on the edge. Go to the right a little bit. Right there, right there. That's where it needs it. Push, push. Gotta get some more in there. That's good over there, Fatima. Let it level up. 6 inches from the corner. And
This
into the
corner?
corner. Yep. And
This is dripping over here.
okay, Fatima.
Oh, quite a bit, babe. Quite a bit.
All right.
Give me a paper towel.
Okay, put the towel down, Fatima. Let's take care of that. So, right now, the whole top is a little bit tacky. It's thick enough that it's not running, but so pulling off the tape is rounding off this very outside edge, which I wanted to be rounded off. If I let it dry any harder, I would have to sand this. But the way it's going right now, you can see that the resin is just pulling from the top over the edge, and it's thick enough that I can actually touch it and push it into the wood. So this side is going to have a little bit more rundown, as you can see. I got a ½ inch of this. Let me pass you up. Go from the back. So you can see that it runs right down just enough. It pulls, and it's given me a nice lip on the top of this. I'll probably end up sanding this front because it has a thickness between the difference between the wood and what's coming off from the top. But this is peeling down and sticking at the same time. And the top edge is perfect. Okay, my hands are getting sticky. There we go. Perfect. If your hands are sticky, you can't rub it back. But if you put a little soap on your fingers, you'll be able to push that right in without a problem. So I'm using my other hand that's not sticky and finalizing this rundown. give it a nice finish. Good.
Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas, guys. We'll see you very soon.